Yes, let's go to the beginning.
All right, so here's the deal, right? Same college. I saw this girl, I remember her because, it's true, it's ironic, we were always around a lot of the same circles. I didn't know this at the time because I never really saw her like that. It was away, we were out of state, so it was a campus where you had your dorms, and it's an HBCU that we went to. One of the best experiences of my life. Be that as it may, we were always around, a lot of the same friends, but I never saw her really like that. She was in the choir one time, and
we're in the same choir.
We were in the same choir. And
did not talk.
Yeah, we didn't talk. I just remember I saw her one time, and I was like, oh man, this girl looking kind of nice, kind of nice.
The shirt.
Yeah, you see this? This is really what it was.
That's what makes it funny.
I wasn't the only one talking.
Oh my god.
We're gonna leave it at that. Be that as it, that it may be though. So it was weird, she was around same circles, but again, I never really saw her like that, didn't really know her enough like that, but I remember her being in one of my English classes. You were in one of my English classes. I don't remember that. It's weird because it was like, all right, we never talked, like I said, but I remember on our first day of orientation, one of the teachers ironically was like, I don't want to hear or see anybody with their cell phone. And as soon as she said that, her phone went off. And I was like, you. At the time, I'm like, this girl is not serious with life.
I was. I didn't know my phone was on.
I was just looking like, what is your problem?
And that teacher was interesting. She was an interesting teacher.
Yeah. I remember that. That's all I really remember of you as it relates to us being in the same class like that. So, years passed. I'm out of that school, transferred to a different one. But I was dating somebody, we were dating for some time, for a long time actually. And what ended up happening was I had, asked her father for for her hand in marriage because we were pretty serious. So I thought, at the time, which I believe we were, great person either way. But that at the time, I guess the person didn't feel like they were good for me. So they ended up breaking up with me, and it hurt a lot because the communication instantly just stopped. So imagine you're dating somebody for a long time and then suddenly cold turkey just stop. So that obviously will put you through a whirlwind of emotions, and I was angry, I was sad, I was hurt, heartbroken. I thought this person was going to be my wife, but it didn't turn out the way that it was. And so for a while, what I did was, after months of crying, because trust me, I was messed up for a while.
You were heartbroken.
Yeah, I was heartbroken, But with that being said, though, after some time passed, I'm like, look, I just simply want somebody to talk to, just to kind of just companionship, that's really what I wanted, was just companionship, like somebody just to talk to just be real with, just be me with, not even worry about, anything. And so what was funny was, there were a couple of friends that I had, and they were cool, but they were more along the lines of, you need to get over this person, you just got to get over it, because that was, the idea, so I started, just trying to get over it. And, in doing that, you're not really being real with yourself. I think the biggest mistake that some people make is in trying to heal yourself so fast, you pretend like you're over it.
When you're not like actively going through the emotion,
Yeah.
filling it up.
You're not healing yourself. You're not
You're
allowing yourself to feel the feelings that you have.
And those are learning moments.
Those are learning moments.
You can learn through that too.
And so, and we'll get further into it a little bit later, but it all ties in. And that was, because some of these friends that I had, I was like, oh, okay, this person is interesting as it relates to probably dating and stuff like that. They're a potential good person, this, that, and the other, whatever. But they were just like, you need to just get over it, It didn't allow for me to go through the feelings that I was going through. And so I'm reaching out randomly to people on Facebook. I'm like, all right, cool. I got all these friends on Facebook, and I'm like, okay, cool. So if we're supposed to be friends on Facebook, how I saw it, then that means that we should be able to talk. What's the point of being friends on Facebook if we're not going to have a conversation, if we're not going to talk? So around that time, I started reaching out to a whole bunch of people. I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? It's been a minute. Good to talk to you. This, that, and the third. And they ain't reply. I'm like, delete. I started deleting everybody. I probably deleted at least 300, 400 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, close to like 300, 400 people.
I didn't realize it was that much.
It was a lot of people I went through, primarily girls. Because that's what
I would hope if you're reaching out. I would hope.
And so anyway, and it might also be because when I was, you have to understand, when I was in college, I studied theology. Actually, I studied theology, family consumer science, and physical therapy. It wasn't the smartest thing, but most of what I did again was in theology. So I had a certain type of demeanor, perhaps, that might have appeared very serious to a lot of people, and so a lot of people didn't really get that chance to know who I was.
I thought that you were very reserved because
She got that.
What I'd known of him, because like I said, we didn't really. I don't even think we had a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So, but from what I could, observe, you just seemed very reserved.
I was, and that was because of how my high school experience was. For my high school experience, I was always, a lot of women and girls didn't really take me seriously, so I was kind of made fun of. I was always considered the corny kid, so to speak, the kind of guy, it's like,
So you had to become, you felt like you had to become more reserved.
I had to become more reserved as a way to protect
be
myself,
seriously.
to be taken seriously. I felt like going to college was kind of like a new leaf for me, and so that's what my persona became. And I appreciated it because it did, put away or do away with a lot of the issues I thought or suspected I would have when I was back in high school. But at the same time, I guess it did kind of close me off to perhaps opportunities of meeting other people. And one of my biggest fears were talking to girls. That's always been a problem. I've never been the guy to just go up and talk to a girl if I was interested. Never have been, because that just wasn't of my past experiences. We'll learn about that in a whole new video. But anyway, fast forward, I'm meeting all these people